If you're thinking about moving to the Austin area, you're in the middle of doing your research, Leander has probably come up on your radar. And maybe you're thinking this might be a cool neighborhood for you. We're going to talk about some reasons that you should definitely not move to Leander. So if you don't like people, and I know there's a lot of you out there, if you don't like people, definitely do not move to Leander. Leander was the fastest growing city in the US among cities that had 50,000 people or more between 2018 and 2019. The city actually grew in population by 12% between those 2 years. The city is preparing to eventually have a population of 250,000. Right now there's about 68,000, 70,000 people who live there, but based on the growth that Austin is having and the growth around the suburbs, specifically Leander, they are planning on having 250,000 people there over the next, 10 years or so. Leander is consistently recognized as one of the top growing cities in the country. But seriously, if you like to have a lot of land, if you like to have a lot of space, you don't really want to be that close to your neighbors, Leander is probably not going to be the best spot for you. A lot of the area is still farmland. There's still a lot of rural land out there, but it is being bought up and developed very, very quickly. So there is a ton of single family construction that's been going on. And now to catch up with it, there's going to be a lot of commercial construction and multifamily developments happening. So if your whole thing is I want to be away from people, I want to have farmland, big plots of land, Leander is not the place that you want to be. Another reason that you should not move to Leander is if you don't really do any kind of fun stuff like entertainment, shopping, restaurants, eating, stuff like that. If all you like to do is just hang out in your home and be a homebody, which is totally fine, it wouldn't make sense for you to move to Leander. Or at least you could move there now and then move out in a couple years when all of that stuff starts getting filled in. So we talked about how Leander is getting a ton of development. If you've seen any of my other videos, you should know about this area in Austin called the Domain. The Domain is a live, work, play area that's the intent was for you to not have to go to downtown Austin to do all the fun, cool Austin-y things. The Domain was gonna be a little outpost of downtown. They've got downtown restaurants and bars and fun activities and stuff like that. It's called a live, work, play area. So they've got shops, grocery stores, there's a Whole Food in the Domain, apartments, hotels, business offices, parks, things like that. They are building at least 4 Domain-like properties in Leander. So we talked about how much residential growth there is, but it's mostly just been families. It's starting to get filled in with the commercial side and with stuff for people to do who live there. So I'm going to tell you about 2 of the biggest live, work, play developments that are coming to Leander. The first is called Northline. So this is kind of on the west side of Leander. It's south of San Gabriel Parkway between 183 and 183A, if you want to look at it on a map. Right now, there's a St. David's emergency room, right where this big development is going to be. So if you Google that, you'll be able to kind of see the general area that it is. I'm going to read off some numbers to tell you how humongous it's going to be. So it is going to be 115 acres. Humongous. It's a downtown-like mixed-use project, like we talked about with the Domain, restaurants, shops, all that fun stuff. So here are the numbers. It's going to have 700,000 square feet of office space, 300,000 square feet of retail, 150,000 square feet for hotels, 2,000 apartments, 300 townhomes, and civic spaces for the city. So this is going to be humongous. Also, this is the coolest part. So the main feature, other than all the cool shops and restaurants and stuff like that, the main feature of Northline is going to be that Austin has kind of a commuter light rail system. They are extending it out to the Northline station. So you'll be able to go do your shops and stuff. You can park at the Northline, take the train, the commuter train, and go all the way down to downtown or to any of the stops that the train stops at. So right now, the commuter rail is kind of limited. If you want to look up CAP Metro Austin, CAP, CAP Metro, that will give you a lot of the information about the plans for CAP Metro, for the commuter rail and everything. Right now, it kind of just goes into the east side of downtown and then to the convention center. But over the next few years, they're going to be expanding it further into downtown. They're going to have a few different routes so that you don't just have to go down one road. You can go into a bunch of different areas of downtown and into the city of Austin. So that is the main awesomeness of the Northline live, work, play development that they're building. So the other major humongous live, work, play development other than Northline is called Leander Springs. And this is exciting for a whole nother reason. It's not quite as big as Northline, but it is 80 acres, so still humongous. And so where Northline's major draw was an additional train station, Leander Springs' major draw is it's going to have a 4-acre man-made lagoon. So the developers really want the Leander Springs to be both somewhere where residents can enjoy and somewhere that's going to be a destination for people who maybe live downtown or live in New Braunfels or in Liberty Hills, somewhere where people can come and relax and take part in the restaurants, the shops, the stores, all the other fun stuff that there is going to be to do at Leander Springs. So this is a $1 billion endeavor. It's going to have 1,600 residential units, a hotel, more than 1 million square feet of commercial space. We talked about there's going to have a 4-acre man-made crystal clear lagoon. It's 80 acres. It's at the southwest corner of FM 2243 and the 183 toll. So it's actually on Google Maps right now. If you just Google Leander Springs, you'll be able to pull it up and see exactly where it's going to be. So they're going to do the construction of Leander Springs in phases. The first phase is obviously going to be the incredible 4-acre man-made crystal clear lagoon. And then after that, they're going to start on the phase of multifamily residences. So this is another trend that is coming up in all these live, work, play areas in Leander, is that while number one, we have a lot of single family home communities and new construction going on, we also need multifamily units and space. So Austin has been in a housing crisis for years now, and there's just not enough space to build everyone a single family home. So the population is going to become more dense in Leander, especially in these areas with the live, work, play developments. So like I mentioned in the first point, if you don't like people, Leander is not going to be the place to be for you. There's going to be a lot more people, one, coming for the new traditional neighborhoods that we think of, two, coming for all this live, work, play, shopping, eating, fun stuff. And then three, there's going to be more multifamily units, so it's going to be a more densely populated area. This is the trend with most live, work, play areas that are being built pretty much Austin in general, but specifically in Leander. The Leander Springs project is going to take about 10 years to complete, which if you've heard me talk about the domain, they're still working on the domain. And they started construction on it before I even moved to Austin, so easily 10 plus years ago. This is going to be a big project. Northline is going to take just as long too. So this isn't just a one and done, we're going to put up, a restaurant, a movie theater, a hotel, and then we're done. This is going to be like a little city. So I'm going to read you what the city manager has said about Leander Springs. He said, "This is the first step towards a more balanced economy. It's giving us an attraction and mixed-use development that will give us a different balance than the traditional single-family development." So Leander is kind of leading the way as far as looking at housing in a different way, looking at the industry and commercial businesses a different way, and really just giving residences a new way to live and to experience the town. So number 3 of why you shouldn't move to Leander is if you need all of that stuff right now. Like if you need to move somewhere where you can go to a Starbucks and a Chipotle and a Target and a movie theater within 5 to 10 minutes of your house, that is not where Leander is at yet. All of the development that's happened in Leander for the past 5 to 7 years has been residential, and it's been in a ton of new construction communities, like tract communities, but there's been zero commercial development. And these communities are huge, so it's going to take you 5 to 10 minutes just to get out of your community, and then on top of that, you're going to drive 15 minutes to a restaurant. You're going to drive 12 minutes to a Target or a Costco. So you definitely have to drive. When I tell people where Leander is in relation to Austin, we have to drive north through Austin, through all the development that's happened there, and then we're going to drive through a bunch of farmland for maybe 10, 15 minutes, and everyone is going to wonder where I'm taking them, and if I've ever actually been out here before, or if I'm taking you to some secret murder cornfield. I'm not. I'm taking you to Leander, which is where all the new construction is, but we do have to cross through a lot of rural land to get there. And so the only thing in the new construction areas in Leander is houses. There's no other commercial development out there right now. So if that's something that you need right away, Leander is not for you. But if you can stick it out with me for a couple years, you will get the mega HEB, which is our huge grocery store here. You're gonna get all the awesome live, work, play areas. You're gonna get so much fun stuff to do that you'll never even have to go into Austin if you don't want to. If you are not really an outdoorsy person, and again, you kind of just want to stay home and be a homebody, like you could move anywhere in the country and do that. So if you don't like being outdoors, there's not a big reason for you to move to Leander. There's so many fun outdoors activities to do out here. One of the coolest things Leander has is it's called Lake Travis Zipline Adventures. It is the longest zip line in Texas. It's 2.5 hours, and you have these amazing views of Lake Travis and of the neighborhoods and the rural areas and all the nature out here. It's incredible. Definitely something I highly recommend. If you've never done ziplining before, I don't know if 2.5 hours is the best way to start, but if you are up for the challenge, like definitely give it a try. It's really, really beautiful. There are a number of really cool parks in Leander. One of them is called Bendbrook Ranch Park. It's 47 acres. It has a ton of stuff to do, so it's not just like open parkland with a trail here and there. They have soccer fields, they have fields for disc golf, they have a skate park, a playground, a BMX track, and hike and bike trails. So pretty much whatever you are into, you can do it out at this park. Another brand new park in the area is Lakewood Park. My friend and I went running out here when it first opened, and it is really, really cool. They have a modern playground. I like to say, like, I'm not like a regular playground, I'm a modern playground. It looks brand new. It's got all kinds of different stuff on it. They have ping pong tables, they've got foosball tables, they have a splash pad. They also have a skate park, and they have a walking trail along the lake. So lots of fun, different stuff to do in Leander. And this is in where the Lakewood Park is. It's kind of in between the current existing homes that are in Leander and the new construction. So it's not necessarily out in the boonies where the new construction is going to be. This park is closer to where the resale homes are right now. So it's kind of riding the edge between those two. And it's just a really cool area. Also, before you get to this park, the road that leads you into it is called Crystal Springs. It is a newer construction area, like we were just talking about. It's kind of riding the line between the resale and all the new construction that's out in the boonies. This is kind of a newer trend that you can see in Cedar Park and in Leander and even areas down in Austin, where we're really getting a very picturesque neighborhood where the homes look very cute on the outside. They've got nice big covered porches, and the garages are in the back, and you just have sidewalks and stuff in front of the home. So it just looks like a very cute, quaint, quintessential neighborhood where you have potted flowers and stuff on the stairs. So this Crystal Springs is designed like that, and it just looks really pretty. And so you're driving on this long road on the way to get to the park, and you see all these cute houses and neighborhoods around you. Just a really nice, picturesque place to be. And like I said, this is one of the newer trends in Austin where they're kind of smaller, garden homes. They have a nice front porch. And what I really like is that they have the garage in the back with a back alley for your trash and stuff. So the front of the house just looks really crisp and clean, and just really adorable. The houses are a little bit smaller and they're a little bit closer together. So this is leaning a little bit more towards that higher population density that we'll start seeing in Leander as we get to more multi-family homes. So these are still single family homes close to the park. And then as we get through the development of the Leander Springs and the Northline area, those will be mostly multifamily homes. But overall, the population density in Leander is going to continue to increase so that we can accommodate all the people that are moving here. So the last reason that you definitely don't want to move to Leander is there's just a ton of growth coming. Property values are going to skyrocket, and if that doesn't interest you and you hate money, then definitely don't buy a house in Leander. I tell my clients that there's not a whole lot to do out there right now, but once all these developments start coming in and you get there's not even a grocery store. You really have to drive 15 minutes outside of your neighborhood to get to the grocery store. So once that starts coming in and getting filled in, there is going to be so much to do, and it's going to drive all kinds of new businesses and activities and employers to the area. We're going to talk about that in another video, how there's Leander is a highly desirable place for employers to be because our residents are so awesome. So if honestly, not saying this in a sarcastic way at all, if you want a slower way of life and you want a lot of space, and you're not really interested in the growth that's going, you kind of just want to do your own thing and chill, Leander is not going to be the place for you. It is going to turn into a hustling and bustling economy over the next 2 to 5 years. So you're safe for now, but I would get out before then if you don't want to be a part of that. So the next time people are telling you that like Leander is a small sleepy town and why would you want to live there instead of Austin, now you know the truth. Leander is about to explode. Get in now while it's as cheap as it's going to be. Nothing's cheap in Austin and there are no deals, but today is the cheapest anything is going to be in Austin. And the growth that is coming from Leander or to Leander is just going to explode exponentially. And it's going to be a really, really great place to be. So hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you later.